Good morning, everybody. We're reading through Isaiah 13 to 17. And it's interesting when you look at prophecy because it was prophesied by Moses before they entered into the promised land that they would be a people who would rebel. And in that rebellion, they would face being expelled from the land. And but even in that prophecy that was talking of a future judgment that would come in many generations down the road, um, there was hope because even then Moses was prophesying that um, the promise was that they would be brought back. They'd be given a time out. They would be sent to another land as slaves in that land, but eventually the Lord would rescue them from that land and bring them back to their own land. Amazing stuff, long before it happened. And then when there's the prophecies that were happening at the time that we're reading, they're being told that they're about to be taken into captive. They're being told it's not going to go well. These are going to be very dark days. It's going to be 70 years, and after 70 years they will be brought back to the land, and the Lord would establish a new king whose rule would be based on goodness. Now, we know what that prophecy is, right? And as we read through Isaiah, we see a number of prophecies that are about Messiah, about Jesus Christ. And so here we're reading we're reading this, and we see again a hope is being given, and so you begin to clue in that as these prophecies are given, the Lord is telling people what's going to happen, but He's also giving them the hope to hold on to. This is going to be dark days. This is happening. This is the reason why it's happening. But I want you to hold on to this hope because this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to do. So we can look around now, and we are a new creation, and we live by the rule of our King. But we're in a rebellious land. We're surrounded by a world in rebellion, by humanity in rebellion. And so when we live by the rule of our King, it quite often will put us in contrast with the world. And I don't mean in the ways that people call out sin, and the way that people are mean about it. There's a lack of love quite often in the way that some people do this, and we're not supposed to do anything out of a lack of love. Everything is supposed to be based on love. And if there is an occasion where we have to call out sin, it's from the point of view of love, not hatred, not fear, not anything else. But looking past the situation, we look at the person, and like, the Lord loves you, and like this is bad stuff, and this is in direct rebellion to who loves you, the one who loves you, the one who is wants to rescue you, the one who wants to spend eternity with you, the one whose benefits you get to live by now. That's a good thing to point out as well. So as we're in this world, Jesus told us that we're going to encounter difficulties because of this. We will have trouble in this world because we live by the light that He has given to us, but we live in a world that lives in the darkness of the enemy. Yeah, but see, Jesus didn't leave it there, did He? He says, he told us but not to be afraid because He's overcome the world. So like, He did it, and because He did it, it's given to us to do. He's overcome all these systems, and we're able to see. That's a positive thing right there. You're gonna have trouble, but it's okay because like, I've overcome all that. You can live in this place in peace, in hope, in joy, in love. I've given that to you. You get to do that in this place. See, those are the benefits of the Lord. We don't live in misery. Whether we have a lot or we have a little, it doesn't matter. The joy is ours. We never have permission to live in misery. He's never given us a place to live in misery. Even when Paul and Silas were in the jail, in the darkest part of the jail, they encouraged themselves in the Lord. They sang hymns and worship. And it resulted in all kinds of wonderful things that came out of that. Because Paul said that he's learned what it is to be content, because he can do all things through him who gives him strength, who loves him, who gives him strength. And see, that's the whole thing, is that the Lord gives us strength to walk in this land and walk in this world, in all the things that it goes through. We've been given this hope. So yeah, don't be surprised when you encounter difficulties. But he's made us a people of hope as we live by his promises. So grab onto that, people. Really enjoy yourself today. Live life to its fullest, because that's what he's given to you to do. God bless.